What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ling, Infestor to Grandmaster. At some point, we were struggling at 4.2k, but now I think we are on about a 10-game winning streak. We really turned it around. MMR is 4,500, which means we're about 250 to 300 MMR away from Grandmaster. Let's do it. First game of the day is going to be against a random player, an unranked random player as well. An unranked random barcode keeps getting better. Now, if you guys don't know what unranked means, I'll just explain it. I feel like explaining it sometimes is nice. It's a little weird how it works, but if you play unranked, you are actually in the same queue as players playing ranked. That's why it's a bit of a weird system. Some people feel like it's a scam because I'm playing for MMR and he isn't, but we're playing against each other, so you can still steal my MMR, which is pretty freaking weird, right? But what's useful about it for people that want to hide is that you can just get it up to a high MMR. The only difference is that he can't see it, but it's actually there. And that way you can pretty much play very, very undetected. Even more undetected than a regular alt account. So I guess good for him. I always think it's a little bit annoying because I kind of want to know what MMR my opponent is, you know? Or at least I kind of want to see or be able to find them after the game a little easier so I can see, I don't know, what player it is, how far he's been improving or stuff like that. It's just nice to have a little bit of info, a little bit of stats, but it's all made a lot harder if your opponent plays unranked. Now, let's see. I suppose that I can't really fully make the strategy yet. I don't know where this drone was going, but I guess I might as well use it to make the spawning pool. I can't fully decide on my strategy yet because I don't know my opponent's race. Overlord should be in my vision about now. It's always possible that he's going to be hiding the Overlord from mine, right? Because he does know that I'm Zerg, of course. I don't know if he's Zerg yet. Oh, there is actually the Overlord. Okay, so we're playing a ZVZ. Ling Infestor. Now, what's tricky about this is I don't want to mind game myself too hard, but I do know that players that play random, I guess that kind of goes for everyone in StarCraft, but especially players that play random, don't like mirror matchups. Because mirror matchups are... They tend to be a little more cheesy and a little more complicated. Like, I've had a bunch of times when I would see a pro player off-race as Terran, and I would look at them play TVT, and it wouldn't really look like anything, you know? And that's how I feel when I play PvP as well. I have no idea what the hell's going on, and it's kind of annoying. So because of that, he is, first of all, probably going to play weird, whether he knows it or not. I mean, so am I, right? So I guess in that case, we're even. But he's probably going to play a little weird. And there's also a bigger chance that he's going to cheese me. ZVZ is quite cheesy anyway, but... a random player getting Zerg? What the hell are you doing? I feel like that's even more suspicious. I feel like I've seen this exact same map bug on multiple maps, by the way. If you rally... this is how I like to do my drone rallies. I rally one hatchery, this one hatchery, this one. But this one, on multiple maps, it always bugs out your worker somehow. It's really strange, but... I guess I should probably fix it to rally here, or maybe to this one could be even better. Now I'm going to run this by just to see if I can get any scouting done. Looks like he has a very sensible amount of drones, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I think it's a good time for me to get an evolution chamber. Oh, I feel like that was a decent amount of... No, it's actually a normal amount of ping. We're playing on US East, which I guess is US Central, because East doesn't actually exist anymore. So we didn't see anything suspicious there. I have a bunch of queens. I could go for the lair first. I can also get my ZERGLING upgrade first. That wouldn't be that crazy. I think I want to go for armor. I don't know why, but his base gave me more bailing vibes than roach vibes, exactly. If it was roaches, I would rather have +1 attack. But against bailings, I would rather have +1 armor. So I'm going to go for the +1 armor first. And then I do want to make a couple of ZERGLINGs because I lost my scouting links. And he could be making Zerglings to attack me, and I would not have any idea. So I think I'm just going to spam a bunch of links. I'm going to use them to attack. If I have something to attack, that's great. Otherwise, they will just be my new scouting links, which is also really not that bad. I think I'm going to go for a fake Roach War in here. That's also going to help me wall off a little easier against future attacks with my queens. Oh, I was going to say he doesn't have a third base, but it was just like a little bit further than I anticipated it to be. I haven't seen a counterattack yet. He has a couple of links, but really not that mad. Oh, he is going for roaches. I'm actually tempted to cancel the armor upgrade, but it's already 55 seconds in, so I really do not want to do that. Oh, this is actually such a hard decision. I think I'm going to make links. I don't really feel like he's actually going to attack me. I should stop spreading creep, by the way, because creep is going to help his roaches more than me. I guess it helped me get a big surround, so maybe that's not entirely true. We need to make another hatchery as well. He hasn't actually seen my fake roach warren yet, but I guess he might at some point. Okay, so it looks like he is actually going to go for an attack. The biggest problem here is that I am not going to have my +1 armor yet. I think we're just going to have to go for a massive counterattack here. Gonna grab this one as well. He's gonna kill my roach warren now. That roach warren is fake anyway, so I don't really have to worry about it too much. I'm gonna get a lot of units here. My zincs, I actually barely don't have enough here because the armor upgrade is just a little bit too late, which is really unfortunate. What's nice for me is that he spent so much damage on the freaking roach warren that I'm not gonna use anyway. That actually has been incredibly nice for us. Actually gonna micro this one back because he really is going for that queen. Wow, that actually bought me so much. Pulling back that queen actually did an insane amount of work for me. The queen is still freaking alive, by the way. And now my Zerglings do have +1 attack. And okay, well, I mean, I'm actually quite proud of that. That was a pretty crazy way to survive. I could see on the minimap that my opponent... I did lose that base. I was just about to inject it, but obviously it's dead. He was rallying more units across the map. I think maybe I can just... wait, actually, my Zerglings are going to trade very efficiently here. Maybe I can just put my queens in the wall. I do want to make drones now. Like, he wants to fight, but at this point, he probably has seen already that I do have Zergling upgrades. So if he wants to fight at any point with a somewhat even army count, he is going to get destroyed. Let me try to get that roach. Don't want that roach to catch up with the rest of the army. Making my third base already. Now, he is making a lot of spines, which is good news for me. I guess that means I can just go for a bunch of drones behind it. Keep in mind, these Lings are super strong against his Zerglings. The roaches, I don't think there's a difference. But the Zerglings actually get annihilated. Now, at this point, I can even... right-click the drones as well. He's gonna lose so many drones here. And I think that hold was actually pretty miraculous, guys. I wasn't sure how much it was gonna matter, but that hold was pretty crazy. And we're actually gonna get a crazy amount of stuff done here on this side. Well, I'm already retaking my base. I kind of want to walk into his main so I can see if he has a lair already. I feel like it wouldn't be that crazy if he does have a lair. I guess we're gonna go for the infestation pit, and I'll make another gas. I'll just send enough drones to saturate 2 gases. I think that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna make this an overseer. That's obviously a more sensible scout than going for a million Lings just to try to get into the base, especially when he had a bunch of roaches blocking that, of course. Now, this is so weird, guys. I'm kind of becoming a Zerg player. I actually feel like spreading creep, but this is so opposite of what it normally is. I have to hold myself back because I don't want to spread creep right now because it's good for the roaches. Now, I have 1-1 on these Lings, guys. These Lings are actually going to be super efficient. I'm going to fight early just so he doesn't get to the drones. There is no Spire there. Yo, these Zerglings are actually doing way better than expected. I thought they were going to get crushed, but the 1-1 upgrades, guys, they're actually making these Zerglings do so freaking well. And what I'm so excited about is that I usually figured you would just lose to, like, roach attacks and stuff. But I think we have actually annihilated him with this play, which is super, super cool. Now, I'm going to go for the +1 melee attack because I remember you guys did the math for me in my comments and we figured out that getting more armor upgrade doesn't actually matter unless you get, I think it was +3 armor before the opponent has +2 attack, which is obviously not realistic at all because I even need a freaking high for that. So I'm just gonna go for the +2 attack, and I think I'll make I'm not gonna fight against this. The spines are gonna make that hard. I think I'm gonna make... Well, what was I going to say? I was going to say, I know I want to make Overlord speed, but I feel like I wanted to make something else too. I just confused myself. I wanted to make sure that I can actually harass it with a bunch of Overlords. Maybe I should go for a scout around the map. You guys know I always like to scout for hidden bases and stuff. I do have a feeling he might still go... Oh, there's a sneeze stuck in my nose. I think he might still go for a Spire after all, because he is playing it very, very slowly. So I'll send these over here, take another gas with this. Yeah, I'm really starting to get the feeling like this is going to be a Spire. He's still making a lot of roaches, which makes me think that I might be wrong. But a Spire also wouldn't be that crazy for him. He has a Spire, or a Spore rather, and a Spire. I like how my Overlord speed finished in that exact moment. So he is going to go for Mutas. Now, it's going to be a little tough to deal with because I will only have Infestors and Queens, which are really not bad, of course, but also not quite sure that they are going to get everything done. I think it would be smart for me to... I'll get Burrow first of all. And then I'll make a couple more queens as well. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. We are not going to have +2 attack for this. These Lings are going to be able to wreak havoc in the main base. And then at the same time, we will have to defend on the front, which is really not going to be easy. Wait, he actually canceled the Spire. And he is a little bit salty, I think. A little bit upsetting spaghetti there he is. If you look at the... Okay, that's actually crazy, guys. Units lost. He lost double the resources that we did, and we did that with just Zerglings against Roaches. And especially in the past ZVZs, we could see how efficient Roaches actually are against Zerglings. Pretty insane, but here we traded double. The upgrade's very, very good, and I know he was a random player. I told you guys he was going to play a little weird. It's very possible he didn't hit a proper timing. I don't really know, to be honest. This could be a pro timing. I actually have no idea about ZVZ stuff, but our build looked very, very strong. I was getting a little scared at dealing with the Mutas because just Fungal's usually not enough. Usually you want something else in combination, but a dub is a dub. Let's go for the second game. The second game is against another Zerg player. All right. I feel like most of the time we play against Terrans or Protoss, but now maybe we'll have a little bit of a ZVZ episode. Why not? Now, the last opponent was actually about the same MMR. He was about 4.6k, which means that technically this opponent is on the same skill level, but realistically... it's always going to be a little different, right? Like I explained the thing with random players. Random players are always going to play a little weird, which could work to their advantage or not. Like it's like I don't really know ZVZ timings very well, so it's possible that the build he did, he figured out that it counters typical ZVZ timings, probably invented it himself. But then there's me making mass Lings with +1 armor, and for some reason that worked. So who knows? Maybe this guy's going to be 10 times more difficult. Maybe it's going to be way easier than a random player. I'm actually still very proud of that hold we did, by the way. Like, I really... If I look at the replay, I'm sure that hold shouldn't be possible, like, in theory. But we managed to make it happen while playing on a bunch of ping, too. And that was actually freaking awesome. Hopefully, we can repeat something similar in this game. Because I've definitely played some ZVZs in my life where... the guy just finds like the perfect Link flood and kills you without a contest like 3 minutes into the game. So, you know, it's keeping momentum up in ZVZ is going to be a little tough, but we'll see. Now, I do think I want to go for something similar as I did the last game. The biggest problem with my build, I would say, is that I make the 4 queens. I don't really think I can do anything about it because I can't make Roaches or Banelings, which makes defending anything difficult. So just for that reason, I might have to open 4 queens. If I was like super good at scouting, I might be able to sneak in my Zerglings or read some kind of sign for my Overlord that I didn't know was a sign, right? And then I could skip the extra queens on one hand, or on the other hand, they're also going to be useful later on though. Like, I'm not sure if you guys know what the biggest deal was in that last fight where actually, you know, the hole that I was talking about that I was proud of. But it was mostly that I saved the queens, not just with micro, but also with transfuses. And if you build queens early enough, they're going to bank energy. Wait, those Zergs are actually very early. Why are those Lings earlier than mine? Is there even a hatchery here? There must be, right? Okay, there's a hatchery, huh? Do I have to be scared? I mean, it was just 2 Zerglings. I really don't know if I have to be scared here. Huh, okay. Now, this is where my lack of ZVZ expertise, I think, is going to come into play a little bit. Because this could totally be a very well-known Link flood, and I would have no idea. I'm going to start Zergling speed myself. I'm not going to drop creep. I'll just go for the double inject here. I might be able to kill both. Oh, no, actually just one of those Zerglings most likely, because they're not at low HP. Oh, that was actually kind of a nice body block there. Almost going to get this one as well. Now, I need to send these Zerglings across, because otherwise I will never know whether I have to start building Zerglings. I have to imagine that we're like ever so slightly ahead, but if this is a Link flood, I'm not 100% convinced we're going to be able to hold it. I do have a really nice spot for the queens over here. That could come in handy later on. Now, let's see what these Zerglings are going to see. I have 10 larvae right now, but I don't want to spend it yet. Okay, so he has a lot of queens and he has a lot of drones. So then I'm just going to make mass drones as well. I'll inject this one more time. And I have to say, the build he's doing, or the build we are doing, I guess, is typically, I think, a build you would do if you want to go for 2-base speed roaches. Now, I'm obviously not going for 2-base speed roaches, but it's very likely that he will. Oh, we're actually going to get that creep tumor. Where the hell am I? Oh, I mined with it. That's a little silly. So I'm going to have to go for +1 melee attack this time. And then I need to find out a way to just get like a gajillion freaking Zerglings out before he attacks me. Maybe I can get this Overlord. That would be quite nice. Now, someone who plays like this will usually not have Zergling speed even. So I can probably move out with my queens and kill that. Let's see a little bit of micro here. How many drones do I actually need? I'm not quite sure. Like, I only really need one gas, right? Unless I want to go for the lair as well. So that overlord is going to die. I think my overlord should probably live because it's just one queen, but I'm also not entirely sure. I'm going to make 5 more drones initially. Wait, that might actually die. No, okay, he pulled back with the queen. I think I'm going to make a hatchery already. And then I should have 4 hatcheries of production with 4 injects as well. Now, it might be smart. I was kind of talking about how it wouldn't be smart to spread creep in the last game. But I actually think it could be. Because I'm going to get a surround better on my base. It's not like his timing is going to hit any faster, right? But the queens actually micro so smoothly. I thought it would be clunky as hell, but they actually micro very smoothly. That's nice. So I got a couple extra drones here. Keep in mind, this could still be like Mutas, for example. If this is Mutas, then we're definitely in trouble for sure. Because I wouldn't be prepared for it at all. I guess I could always make more queens and I could start spores pretty fast. See, I have 38 drones now. Do I want to make anything else? Probably not until I see the roaches or something. Okay, so there are a lot of roaches. Yeah, that kind of looks like what I was expecting to see. I think I'm going to go for a bunch of Lings. He's going to kill that overlord. Counterattack, is that the right option? Probably, right? Let's see, where are the overlords? The overlords are there right now. I can still get that queen. I'm going to get my armor upgrade. I guess I might as well. If I can pull him back at least once, that would be fantastic. Let's see. So we're going to kill this queen. He's going to go for a full-on counterattack, though. This is actually going to be a little scary here. Going to pull all the queens back. Just make sure to kill this roach. And then this is actually super nice move, by the way. Then I'm going to go back with my Lings. He had to hold back on reinforcing. And now that means he's going to get Omega surrounded by the units I already have. See, I'm actually going to pull these spines a little closer to kind of lock him in. I feel like that's a pretty good idea. Let's see, here we go. No, the queens are blocking me. Please stop blocking me, Mrs. Queens. Okay, there we go. This spine could have burrowed a little closer, but because of the +1 attack, it is really not going to be that bad. He does still have the reinforcements, however, so let's keep that in mind. I have a good amount of queens. Guess I'll send these back right now so they can start injecting the hatcheries again. And maybe now we have to go for a counterattack again. I'm already running a little low on larva. I think I'm going to throw down the infestation pit, because if I actually do properly run out of larva, I will at least be able to make expensive units with it, like the Infestor. Yeah, this is a very, very familiar game, right? This is the kind of game that we would always struggle with, because roaches are so efficient. Oh, why are there Zerglings there? So efficient against the freaking Zerglings. So I'm just going to make more and more Lings. I still think he doesn't actually have that much in terms of economy. So if I ever get these spines up, that would be absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Okay, I saw his roaches up there. He was just waiting to catch me. Is he making drones? I wish I could see it. I didn't see any drones there. I'm going to make a couple more myself, but it kind of feels like he is just making mass roaches, to be honest. Let's see if I can pull him back one more time. That would be awesome. I have a lot of spines, but it might still not be enough. So he's going to lose this base. I guess theoretically, I could go for the elimination as well. Okay, that building is going to die. This is going to be a very interesting one. I'm going to pull every single worker I have, and I should be able to kill his entire base. So here we are. This is going to be a pretty big fight over here. If he wants to pull away, he is going to have to run through the spines for a little bit. So now I'm going to go over here. And now I have all these spines together. I really hope that these Lings can actually kill everything. Let's probably target down these roaches first. I feel like that would be a good idea. Okay, click these over here. The roach warren has fallen. Now I'm going to go for... Actually going to organize these a little bit better. He's not going to be able to make any more roaches. Now I'm going to kill the main base. I'm just making as many Lings as I can. I need to make sure all these spines are in a really good location next to each other. Let me catch these roaches as well. There we go. 4 roaches down. I do have slightly better upgrades than him, actually. I have... Oh, I lost a spawning pool. I have 1-1 upgrades, and he has 1-0. I might have to pull the drones as well with this, by the way. Wait, I didn't even think about this, but I can totally eliminate him. Like, that would be a very good idea. Here we go. Every time he goes close to the spines, I will just move them away a little bit. Looks like he's going to go around just a little bit, so I move them like this. Oh, let me make sure to kill these roaches. He was going to come back, but let's see. Yeah, 0 drones on the map. I was going to eliminate him. Technically, he could have made a drone with one of these larvae and try to sneak a hatchery, but I was going to be mining, so I was going to win this game. And this is really cool, because this is the strategy. Oh, he actually had +2 attack. Exactly. That's why we don't get more armor upgrades. But it's really cool, because this is the strategy that we talked about a lot. It's is going to be super, super difficult for us to deal with. And I think we dealt with it very well. The counterattacks were all very well timed. The first time I came back. The second time, I think if I came back, we would have been in trouble. Let's see. 28 roaches with +1 attack against 60 links. I definitely think we would have died to this. Look at the supply, guys. 114 against 93. If we went back, we would have been in trouble. So I started all the spines, pulled all the drones. If I didn't do any of these things, I think we would have lost right away. Very, very happy with this. Let's go to the final game. And we're playing against another Zerg. All right. So I guess I got the right idea there. A full Zerg episode. Honestly, not typically my favorite. I don't really like mirror matchups as much to begin with, and especially not ZVZ. But since we're kind of popping off here in ZVZ today, I feel like this is the first time we actually look a little confident in ZVZ. Like the first time I, win without infinitely doubting myself. I guess why not play another one? Can't really hurt, right? So I'm going to go for the same strategy, or the same opening rather, with the extractor trick. Actually, I had someone ask in the comments the other day why I do that, and I guess I might as well explain that sometimes as well. It's when you make a building, you lose the supply, then you can make another worker, and then you can cancel the building, effectively giving you an extra drone. And with some builds, at some point, some pro player or whatever, they just calculated what is the most efficient way to do the things. So apparently doing it like this, you get 1 drone extra, you make the hatchery, you get another drone extra. Apparently that's the most efficient way to do this build order. So there you go. And the main reason why I like going for the extractor trick hatchery first is because your hatchery and your spawning pool are at such a nice time that you can get 2 queens very fast, way faster than normal. Which in my case, and I'm sure a lot of your cases as well, if you're not as confident in the early game Zerg gameplay, let's say you struggle with Reapers or Adepts or Zerglings or 12 pools, doesn't really matter, right? Those queens are just going to help you defend so much easier. Like, this build is by default better against all those things that I mentioned. I think in particular for me, it being good against 12 pools and against early Reapers is really nice, because then, especially when I'm doing like all this commentary stuff, those are kind of annoying things to have to focus on right away. Because usually at the start of the game, I want to present my strategy, or at least think about it, slowly move towards what I actually want to do. But then if I'm getting 12 pool, then, I don't really have the right build to defend with it. That's going to make it very complicated. So this looks like a normal... Here you can see the difference, by the way. My hatchery is about to finish. His is about 200 health off. That's how much faster mine is. Like, it's not crazy, but I feel like the 10 seconds or so that it is, it actually does really help with the early defensive stuff, so that's nice. What do I... It's actually pretty weird of a map, because there's only 1 real exit to the base, so do I really only need 1 overlord to scout here? I mean, I guess that's pretty easy. I should probably have 1 overlord over here, just in case he wants to try something crazy. That'd be a really cool strategy, by the way. If you had a build where you mine this out and then this out, and you go for a massive link flood. Not quite sure how feasible it is, because, that does take quite a long time, and Overlord should be able to spot it, of course, but who knows. So I guess I'll start my extra queens right away. My opponent has 2 Zerglings as well. Let's see if I can go for a micro battle. Doesn't feel too laggy of a server. I think, yeah, we barely did win that trade. There we go. He's going to have to retreat, and these Zerglings are the victor. One thing that scares me a little here is I'm looking at the map right now, and this 100% looks like a good Mutalisk map. Mutalisk is... I guess theoretically we should be okay against it, but I'm also not 100% convinced, because... Like, let's say we get the Infestors out, and we get the Queens out. That's nice, right? That sounds great. But then what? Do I walk across the map with... I'm not allowed to attack with my queens, so do I just burrow my Infestors and hope for the best? Doesn't sound like the most attractive strategy ever for me. Oh, wait, this is so cool. Yo, I think we just countered this attack by accident, too. So what he did was he tried to scare away my Overlord, or hunt it away, whatever you want to call it, push it away. So he could come in here with 6 Zerglings and... Please move out of the way. And kill 1 of my queens. Oh, he doesn't have Zergling speed. Oh, okay. We need to get the hell back here, because otherwise we could get annihilated. Now, since we did see Zergling speed, I'm going to start the armor upgrade this time. I think I have to make a bunch of Zerglings, otherwise I'm going to lose this. It's actually quite annoying to have my Overlord pushed away now, because it is just the 1 Overlord. And I guess that's probably where I should have been sending my extra Overlords to begin with, because now I have no idea if there's 45 links in front of my base or 6. Like, I quite literally do not know. Guess I'll just spread a little more creep here whenever I can. Oh, I saw a couple more links come across there, right? I'm a little supply blocked here, unfortunately. Maybe I could go for a counterattack to cause some chaos. I feel like he should have more than I do. So counterattacking makes the most sense. He does have a couple of Banelings here as well. I feel like I can take care of this with my queens. Let's see. Gonna attack this with mine. Yeah, I feel like his Zergling shouldn't be able to kill this with the queens. Like, he spent so much money morphing Banelings that I can actually just defend it with my queens, which is pretty funny. I'm gonna kill his base at the same time. It really looks like he's going for a little bit of an all-in strategy here, guys. He was sending all of those units across the map. And now, I mean, I still have these queens to defend everything. My armor is going to finish at a pretty reasonable time. I do need to be very careful here, because if the Banelings get on top of my Lings, then we are all of a sudden going to be in trouble. I need to get a couple more injects on this one. I guess I could pre-split my Zerglings a little bit. I think that is not the craziest idea. Let's see. Okay, I need to get the queens all out here. Let's see. A couple of those Banelings already detonated. Now, it is going to be close here. I have a bunch more Lings coming from the back. I actually clicked those a little bit too far away. I'm not quite sure where I sent them, but it was a little too far away. This drone micro over here is going to help me a lot. Just going to pull these back momentarily, and the drone survived. And keep in mind, I have actually killed his third base, right? So I'm going to remake one of the queens. Oh, I need to actually hotkey this. Now, my +1 armor is going to help me deny his third base one more time. But yeah, if I didn't send those extra Lings that I had on the right side so far away, I would have lost a couple less drones, fewer drones. So that could have been really nice. So he is trying to take this. My +1 armor is finished, however. So these Lings are going to be quite good against his Banelings now. They're still not going to get everything done by themselves, but he's going to need extra Banelings to detonate. And there you go. My Zerglings got rid of all the Banelings already. And now I can surround the queen too. Do want to make sure I don't... Oh, wait. I think he detonated that a little too early, right? Or was that actually... It didn't look like that was going to detonate, but then it did. So now we have all these amazingly strong Zerglings. I do want to be careful that I think those Banelings are not going to detonate yet. I think they're going to morph probably about now. So this is when we pull back. And then I'm going to start my lair. And then we are going to be quite comfortable from here on out. I really feel like we're making some crazy holds happen in ZVZ, guys. Am I all of a sudden a better Zerg? I guess we are. Now, what should I be making now? Probably more Lings. Okay, he wants to fight. Does he? Oh, he has +1 attack now. Oops. Might have made a couple too many drones here, to be honest, guys. I really thought he was going to probably just make roaches or something, but instead he went for +1 attack, which I didn't realize. That is completely my bad. Let's see. He's probably going to have a bunch of Zerglings to come, or Banelings rather, that are going to come together with this. Maybe I can detonate one. Okay, we got one already. That's really nice. Let's see. Gotta make sure to defend my queen over here. Now, since he has Zerglings, maybe this is the time when we actually go for the double upgrades. Like before, I guess we kind of, never needed it. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna lie. That was an accidental surround. That looked really cool and all, but I didn't really do any of that on purpose. So I guess I'm just grateful for the surround we got. The Banelings, once again, not really doing a whole lot here. These Evos are gonna finish at a very good time. And I'll be able to start freaking double upgrades, which is crazy. Now, is it time for me to go for Overlord speed so I can perhaps... Yeah, I think that's a good idea, right? Like, I don't really know what he's going to be doing behind this. He could be making a bunch of things, could be going for... Wait, guys, if he doesn't have any Banelings, I'm going to be getting in here. I think those are the first Banelings. Oh, we're barely... Wait, he's also making double upgrades. Isn't he? No, only one of those Evos is moving over, right? Okay, so the Banelings finished. We're getting so many good trades, but we do obviously have to be careful for that. And I think we're really going to have to consider the chance of mutas here, guys. I'm going to make a couple of spores all over the place. Like, we're so far ahead in economy with the bases that I think we can totally afford it. He could have a hidden base somewhere. I don't think he does, to be honest. Guess I'll send a couple Zerglings, and I'll make a bunch more myself. This was supposed to be a spore, but it didn't build. Good that I caught on to that. Wait, where did my queen go? Is this the queen? I guess this is the queen, right? Maybe I can make even more of these. I think I am going to make even more. Okay, you guys go there. And then I'll have a couple more coming up. He's going to take this base now. Yeah, okay, he did go for roaches. Ooh. This is really exciting because this means that my Tutu... Like, he's not going to have upgrades for it, right? Yeah, he doesn't have upgrades. So my Tutu Lings are actually kind of going to go crazy here. I guess I'll get... Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. I guess I'll just drop these over here. He's going to see these right now. Okay, wait. Can I kill this really fast? I think I should be able to, right? It's maybe a little crazy, but keep in mind we have a better economy. Yeah, I'm actually just going to kill that really fast. Okay, that is beautiful. Okay, I think maybe I can mine this out right now. That'd be really nice. He is going to lose that base to these Zerglings now. I don't think I can drop on top of these roaches, but I can be annoying for a while. Here we go. I'm going to be able to kill that queen and then the next queen as well. And then I'll just remake or build a couple of extra drones. I think that makes sense. He did leave a bunch of units behind. Let's see. I don't have good enough upgrades yet, so I need to chill a little bit. This is a little scary, actually, what I'm doing by mining this out, because his economy is going to catch up to mine at some point, and then he's going to have a direct path into my base. I might have to build... Did I make an infestation pit yet, actually? I don't think so. I might have to build a couple of spines here. I feel like that would make sense. He's going to double expand right away. Okay, that is a little bit ambitious, I want to say. I should be able to kill that really fast as well. Wait, I do have 2 upgrades now, which is insane. These Zerglings are freaking strong. I think I'm going to go for a surround. Does he have the Bailings here? He might have the Good, the 2 upgrades are actually going to pop the frick off here, by the way. Like, these Zerglings should get absolutely annihilated, but it's probably going to be way closer than you think. Wait, okay, yeah, it's more than way closer. We're actually going to win hard. We actually crushed that so hard. Dude, the 2 Lings are popping the frick off. Now, once the infestation pit finished, I think I'm going to go for the hive right away. And then I'll get, which is probably my first infestor of the freaking episode here, guys. He's going to lose these gases. These gases made it look like he wanted to go for Muta. So I have to imagine he is probably making a couple of Bailings here. Exactly, that is what he's doing. Let me just get a bit of an attack going here. I'm going to click these around to attack the spine. I just want to split my Zerglings as well as possible. I'm going to get these in the main, pull these back momentarily. And this way, we are going to make maximum chaos. It kind of seems like he was going to go for lurkers here. Managed to dodge those. I still have Lings over here as well. Maybe with how good the upgrades are, we could actually get like a target on the hatchery. But it's probably better to just target down all these units instead. And the fights have been so freaking good for us. First Infestor is on the field. Actually, my macro is also so much better than I thought it was. Like, I really didn't think our macro was going to be that great, but then I look back and we actually pretty much have a saturated 4th base, or a 3rd base, which is awesome. Now, that is a Changeling. Changeling's in ZVZ. You don't actually see it very often. It kind of caught me off guard a little bit. He has 1 Bailing over here. Guess I'll just go for like a big surround, see how it's going to go. Target a bunch of drones again. These are going to go back into the main. Oh my, this is so much chaos for the opponent. This is actually so freaking hard to deal with. Like, he's trying to have his units everywhere. I even have the freaking fungal here now. Let's see, I'll just get a fungal on the drones, I guess, because why not? Probably going to be quite surprised to see that. Maybe getting Burrow would be very nice as well. I'm going to escape with the Infestor. And there we go, an absolute destruction once again. And this is so cool, guys, because I feel like for the most part in ZVZ, we were just like, we have this strategy and that's it. And then ZVT and ZVT and ZVP, we kept improving. But now in ZVZ, we've also apparently improved. And I'm not quite sure if I'm just like in a good mood today or it just happened or whatever, because I didn't really do any research, but it's just flowing very well. But we do have to give credit a lot to the defense. Like, maybe today I'm just warmed up and my micro was a bit better because the defense really helped us a lot. But this strategy was freaking awesome. Didn't quite use as many Ling jobs as I would have liked. I think we did force the GG in game number 1, so that's nice. Here, it worked okay, but not that fantastic, so maybe we can work out how to do it a little better. Maybe attack the natural with a bit of better angle. But that is a fantastic episode. 3 ZVZ dubs, better than I ever could have wished for in this matchup. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.